Back at the American Legion Post 580, Brock Crawford helping us with this video on the Samsung Galaxy 9, brand new from the AT&T folks. Rethink Possible. Lieutenant Colonel John Pippy, West Point grad, former state representative and state senator, and my dear friend for many, many years. Next battle we are going to look at, Midway Island, raged between the United States and Japan and lasted 3 days in June of 1942. Japanese Admiral Yamamoto's plan was to seize Midway Island 400 miles from Hawaii, which he planned to use as a springboard, which he would use to attack strategic islands. Much to his surprise, he was met by a task force of American carriers under the command of Admiral Chester Nimitz in a battle that could have gone either way. The defeat effectively spelled the end to Japan's expansion in the Pacific and dealt Japan a defeat they would never recover from.
It was a decisive naval engagement that took away the threat of the Imperial Navy. Instead of them using Midway to attack us and move east, we took it, we won the battle, and then we used that as the beginning of our island hopping and ultimately, the defeat of Japan and the closure of the war in the Pacific. The Marines, this was a combined joint operation. The Marines were heavily involved in Guadalcanal and Midway, and much of the history of the Marines in World War II, goes to those critical battles, literally fighting for inch and feet on the sands of Iwo Jima and others. So, a decisive operation, and we had some special intel. We cracked their code, so we knew they were coming in. It's always good to surprise them.
Listen, I have to say one thing. I have an amazing son, Tyler, and son, Robbie, and daughter, Eva. My son, Robbie, is one of the real reasons why I've become so engaged in the last, say, 10 years in history. Not to say that my father and uncles and many who served and those stories that were taught to me very young, but because of his love of Xbox and Microsoft and all of those games, such as Call of Duty, I have really sat there with him and learned so many lessons in life. So if it's done in a healthy dose, you can learn a lot. And I think the best thing is the fact that there are times when my son will actually be engaging in a battle and actually having in his squadron someone from England, someone from Japan. So the world has come a long way.
Yeah, it really has connected us.
That's good. So if you're in Monaca, there's a GameStop near you. Stop here, get a game, and get educated. And remember to pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice this Memorial Day weekend. Good afternoon.